This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for AMC Entertainment Holdings. The last time I looked at this company was back on July 7th, so I have about a month's worth of price action to discuss. Before we begin, please take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. Also, thank you to those who already subscribed and like my videos, it means a lot. Just a reminder that this video is for entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute any financial advice. I do not have any positions in this company. We will start out the technical analysis by going over what I see in the daily chart and potential price targets. Then we will wrap it up by looking over the long-term pattern on the weekly chart. So since I'm on the daily chart, the first thing I'm going to do is put a vertical line on where it left off for this company. And that was on July 7th. And everything after that I will be discussing in detail. So it looks like AMC broke out of its range and we cannot find support at the $42 level. And then what happened was, once we broke out of the range, price came back to test it and found resistance, and it continued lower. So it looks like the range is out of play now. Now it looks like we're in this downtrend channel. So expect lower lows and lower highs. If I put the channel lows right here, that fits pretty nicely. So what happened right at the earnings was that we broke out of a really small range, and what happens when we break out of a range is that most likely we're going to fail at least 90% of the time, or at the very least we'll come back to test it. And that's what happened here. We kind of failed and came back to test and found resistance and continued even lower than what it broke out as of. So same thing that happened here. So we were in a little range. So this is a big range and this is a little one. So this is known as a congestion. So we broke outside the congestion and hit the EMA like a brick wall and the channel, and now we're continuing lower. So most likely we are going to continue lower to stop out this person that went long back on the 5th of August. So expect lower lows coming. I'm going to change the channel color, this range color, so you can see what I'm talking about. There's about 4 to 5 bars inside of this little mini range, and then we had a break outside, and most likely it'll lead to a break on the other side. So it's probably going to stop this person out and continue lower. So if we do continue lower, where are we headed? Most likely we are headed to fill in this gap right here on the daily chart. There's no price action in this gap. The same thing that happened right here. We look at price was all the way back up to the $70 level, but price slowly came all the way back down to right here to fill in this gap. So this looks like the same thing is going to happen right here. We're going to go all the way down to fill in this gap right here. And that makes sense because there's a breakout at that level. Around at the $15 level is a breakout, so price action likes to test the breakouts. Just what happened, like the same thing that happened to this range right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys some measured moves. So it looks like this was the first one right here, and we made a first the leg down, and then if I move it over, that's where we're finding support at this $32 level. Just taking a break right now because the buyer stepped out. The seller stepped out of the market, taking the profits, and that's where we're finding some support at this level. But if we continue lower, most likely we're going to get a bigger measured move down, which would be this one right here. If we combine the first two legs and move it over to the top of the correction, it takes me right to the $5 level. And this is possible because price broke out of this range right here, and we did test the range breakout. However, we could test it again. Price likes to do things twice, like a double test. The price moves in twos. So it looks like we could come back to this $5 level. However, most likely we will first come back to the $14 or $15 level first, and that would be about a 50% drop. So in the meantime, I do see us continuing lower, so expect us to make this leg down right here. This was the first leg down, and then if I move it over, this is the second leg down. So most likely in the short term, in the next few weeks, we are going to hit the $20 level, and then in the few weeks coming months, we will probably hit the $15 level. And if we don't find support there and go sideways or reverse, the next target is the $7 level. But I highly believe, and there's a high probability that we will continue lower because of the channel is still in play, and the EMA, the price cannot break through it, and looks like we're starting another leg down, and looks like we just created a trap for the longs. Looks like the longs are about to get stopped out, and they better start exiting because the sellers are coming in the market. Just take them out. So that's pretty much my analysis for AMC. What happened right here for this big move up was that it was just a spike and we had no continuation. Buyers did not want to step back in, and then sellers just took over and took all their profits back. So this is kind of similar to like a spaceship blasting off into space and running out of fuel, and it was unable to break the atmosphere, so gravity just took over and now it's slowly just coming back down to Earth. So that was my analysis on the daily chart. I see lower lows and lower highs coming because we just created a trap, and looks like the channel and EMA are still in play for the price action. So expect us to reach this $20 level in the coming weeks. Probably by the end of this month we will reach it, and then even further lower if price cannot find support. So I'm going to show you guys the weekly chart. So the weekly chart pretty much shows the same story as the daily chart. We're still in this downtrend, and price pulled back to the EMA, and we're finding temporary support for the meantime. So look how far price got away from the EMA, and the EMA acts as a magnet. So price this whole time since the early June, it has been slowly just coming back to the EMA to find support. But however, I don't think the support's gonna hold because there's a gap right here, and it looks like it needs to fill at that $26 level. So price has about a, I'm going to show you the percentage drop from here. Still about a 17 to 80% drop to fill in that gap, and we probably will come back all the way to this breakout level right here, because this is where most people entered. So they want to take all the profits back. You know, because the market does not like people making profits. That's just how it is. It just pretty much likes to reset where it took off. And this looks something like what happened for a news event. Whenever I'm trading like on the daily chart, and whenever we see like a pop-up, the market likes to reset within like the next few hours. So that's what's happening here, but on a longer term scale. We broke out, could not continue the trend. A nice trend is higher highs and higher lows at about a 45-degree angle. This is just straight up like a 90% push up. So it's pretty much just a stop loss hunt. Pretty much just stopped everyone out right here, like a short squeeze. And now we're just resetting back. People are taking the profits. People are getting out because they feel like the price is going to continue lower. The sellers are coming in the market. So there's a lot of reasons price is dropping and will continue to drop. So on the weekly chart, this target of $5 does not seem that crazy, because looks like we had that one leg down right here, and then we had this green bar pull all the way back up. However, the sellers came in. That's why we see this long wick back down here, and price closed right here. So if I move the leg right here to where it tried to go up, it looks like it's at that $5 level. And if I just zoom out on the weekly chart, it looks like we're coming back to test this breakout of this range right here. But that's probably in the very long term. It might not even get back here. Usually if we see like a big pop up and a pullback, it doesn't really go all the way back to the breakout level. It might just stop right here at this $20 level, but usually it takes about 90% of the profits back. So that's pretty much what I see for AMC. There's a lot of factors telling me that there's lower prices coming in the future, based on my technical analysis of looking at the channel and the EMA and the measured moves and the areas that the market likes to fill, such as these gaps and these breakout levels that it likes to test. So there's a lot of reasons telling me that we will continue lower, and until that changes, I'm not going to change my viewpoint. If we do find some support here and start bouncing and we start trending back up, and then I might change my bias and say, hey, we're probably going up now, so we don't want to look for shorts, we want to look for longs. But until then, I'm going to stick with my analysis that we will probably continue lower, most likely to the $20 level, and then if it doesn't find support there, it'll probably drop down to that $15 level. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel, since you might be surprised in what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also, share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.